we all receive the evaluation, right?
Right.
Let me ask you, who love doing the evaluation? Raise your hand. Love, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Wow, that's good. And who love receive the evaluation? Okay, wow. Let me ask you this. What is the evaluation? Would you answer me?
An opportunity to grow.
Okay, the opportunity to grow. Great.
Feedback for advice.
Feedback for advice. Anybody else?
Positive points of improvement.
Positive point of improvement.
Mhm.
Great. Anything else? Okay.
It makes a whole difference when you give a speech and then somebody gives you a really good evaluation and you really get something. It's like this amazing thing that happens.
Okay, great. So now my next question will be, why do we give the evaluation? Why Toastmasters are really big about this? Anybody can answer me?
To provide positive and supportive feedback.
To support the speaker, yes?
That's the goal of Toastmasters, to create, grow better public speakers, and you can't grow unless you know what you're lacking.
Awesome. And I think another thing is to encourage the speaker to do what they're doing well. And then to help them improve what they could do better. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, that's what I believe. And who do you think benefit from the evaluation?
I think everybody in the club.
Okay, everybody, which is the
question
speaker,
As spoken.
the speaker,
The
yes.
evaluator also.
The evaluator get to practice their speaking skill, right?
Well, they also learn how to give effective feedback.
I agree. So learn by participating,
Mhm.
okay? And then the third person that benefit is the club member. Because a lot of time, we can learn from other people's mistake. Don't you agree?
That's right.
I agree.
Yeah, so it's a lot indirect than we doing ourselves. So I think that evaluation is give everybody the benefit. My goal today, if I can help you guys understand everything with the chart, it will be successful, right? My agenda today, I would like to talk about the difference between feedback and advice. And I didn't even know it until I started looking into this. And then how to overcome potential obstacle or challenge for the evaluation. And then the evaluation criteria, what involve and include with it. And then the last will be effective coaching, because I'm a high believer of mentor and coaching, because I like that push, because sometimes I would not do it alone if I don't have that. I think a lot of people benefit from that too, especially the new member, because they don't know direction. So when they have coaching or mentor, it helps them going through the direction. So let me ask you this. When you hear about evaluation, what do you have in mind? What do you think you want to get out from this session today?
You better be evaluated.
Yeah, give
Better
better
evaluate.
evaluations.
Okay. So when you hear that, oh, we can have a session about evaluation, your expectation is, so I can be a better evaluator, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So that's why the objective today is gonna be state the importance of the quality feedback, which I already talked about that already from the first chart, okay? Describe the evaluation based on the manual objective, and then identify potential obstacle, and then use the 4 steps of the effective coaching. So let's go ahead and move along. So the evaluation, I know that when I first got to Toastmaster, it was the last thing that I was excited about. That's why when I saw you guys resting, I was like, man, these people is like in charge. Because I didn't know that part of become the Toastmaster. When I got into Toastmaster, all I think is, I want to be a better speaker. I want to be able to talk in front of people. And then along the way, they said, nah, you want to be an evaluator? I said, oh, I don't know. It's not that hard. Look at this. So I started doing it, right? Now, remember your first evaluation. Like when you give the evaluation, how do you feel?
Nervous.
Do you recall? Okay, you're
Nervous.
nervous. Okay. What else?
Not sure. Not sure.
Okay, unsure.
Unsure.
Afraid of saying something to someone that might hurt their feelings, and who am I to have a thought about what somebody else should do?
Yes.
I usually feel pressed for time, like it comes too quick in the meeting and I don't have time to get myself together.
So you analyze, like you want it, yes. Anybody else?
In the beginning, I felt like, who am I to give an evaluation of an experienced Toastmaster?
That's
I'm not-
exactly.
how am I qualified to do this?
I'm with you on that. I totally, that's like my whole point is who am I? I'm not even a good speaker yet. Why would I give a evaluation or advice to these people that have been in Toastmaster for years? So that's a lot of doubt, right? So today that doubt will maybe less or disappear, and that's the whole purpose of this session. Could you help me read this? Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3.
No.
Toastmasters Club is fulfilling its obligation to its members unless it brings them the maximum training in the art of constructive criticism.
So, what do you think about this code?
I always hate the word criticism.
Positive, that's what I add, positive criticism,
It's
right?
constructive.
Yeah. So, anybody else? So you said you didn't like that criticism?
I like to hear the word suggestion, in my opinion,
Mhm.
something other than, constructive criticism is a place that happens at work, and constructive criticism, if you don't change and do whatever that constructive criticism is, you'll lose your job. And the idea is to encourage somebody to move along and make changes without them feeling like they're a bad person.
Well, in the evaluation, you also show what they did right, so it's not all about criticism, it's more about constructive feedback. So you're telling them what they did great, what they should continue doing, and then feedback of what they can work on.
So I'll not talk about the word criticism, and I agree that the word criticism could be different. Uncle Smedley had thought about it, should have. I don't know, I'm not going to talk about Ralph Smedley, he's the founder, right? But the word that I want to stress on is the obligation. The members join the club, and it is our obligation to provide them the feedback they need to improve themselves. We can do an evaluation where we only talk about what things they're doing and not talk about suggestions to improve their speaking ability, but it's our obligation to do that because they want to grow.
Yes.
What I focused in on was the maximum part. Because just saying, well, we'll give them some help or some training is one thing, but to say the maximum, that's a different story.
Great. I have a chance to did competition on evaluation, and I did a little bit study, and what I got from that is this guy made a big point. He called sandwich technique. Basically, he put like good stuff first, like saying how good, how he liked the speaker, what they did well, and then he put the middle part as how that speaker could do better, and then the end will make something positive again. So that speaker don't end up with like the negative part where, not even negative, let's just say that different. like with my club, I see some of them, they just say, oh, this is good thing. However, the end, what I think you can improve, right? So the speaker went back home, remember just that part. So I think they make a lot of point where we use the positive first and then what they can do better and end up with another positive thing. Instead of end with, you can do better at the end of the evaluation. Is that making sense?
Yeah.
So after I see that, I say, wow, that's make a good point. The next one, that's why the criticism is not the word that we all wanted, right? So feedback and advice. So tell me what's the difference between feedback and advice?
Feedback is when you're saying what you saw, or you're giving your take on what you observed. Advice is really saying what you should do and make a change, when I think of that word.
Wow, you are hit the point.
I didn't hear.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like me to repeat?
Yes, please repeat it for him.
Okay. I'm trying to record now. But so feedback is when you actually just reiterating or saying what you observed the speaker said so that they understand what you saw. And advice is you telling them what they should improve on or how they can make a change to be different or better.
Yes.
Okay.
So, first off, like, hit the point. I can read it, and that's exactly what it says. Basically, feedback would use the word I observed, I heard, I experienced. And I do have this evaluation form that Annie gave me this morning that come from
The Golden Triangle uses that at every meeting. It's really interesting.
yes.
I just
And
picked that up last week with Billy.
And then we have extra, if you guys want to come and pick it, and then you can share that with your club. It says, as I saw you, as I heard you, as I reacted to you. So, feedback, use I. Advice, use you. Okay? So, I know I have crunch time. Let's just talk about this. So number one, I had difficulty hearing you.
That's feedback.
That's feedback. Okay, number two, you should improve your eye
That's
contract.
advice.
How does that sound? Sound like, yeah. Number three, you should you use different tones throughout your speech. What is that?
That's for feedback.
That's just a statement.
Yeah, because it's not telling them what to do.
What to do differently.
Yeah.
It's just a statement.
Yeah.
Okay,
They say
It's-
don't use you, always say it in the first person.
But I would have reworded it.
I say it this way.
It's feedback.
it's close to the advice too,
Mhm.
because
Now, yeah, if you reworded it, I heard a different tone.
Yes,
yes.
Yeah,
that's your opinion.
yeah.
So basically, if feedback will be, I heard that the tone of your voice, see, that will be feedback. All right, so now let's move along to the evaluation criteria. Every manual, right, every speech have the evaluation form.
Correct.
So for us to help the speaker, we should use that form because every speech have different criteria, what that speaker can improve, like some tone of voice, some more direct, indirect, or some more visualized. So there's so many things that involve in different speech. So for us as an evaluator, for us to do better, we should use that form. And for some reason, if they don't have the form, I think our club have a, what they call general,
Generic.
generic form, we can use that as well. So that will help us guide through that speech. And then the best thing though, from my experience, to ask the speaker before they give the speech and ask them what is their goal, what they want to improve, and what they want us to pay attention, right? For me, it will be my English grammar, because I'm not from here. So